Hi everybody, it's Michelle. I'm glad you came back for your next installment here. And this video is going to be about how to use the -10 and +10 chart. And it's going to be a simple one, but I think you'll get the idea. It's going to be kind of in two parts. You're going to learn how to use the chart and learn how to make a more involved request to get the correct answer. Now, one thing you're going to have to remember is when you make this request, it's going to be a run-on sentence. It's going to look really crappy, but it's going to be divided by commas. The commas will help you to make one thought known, and then the next thought will come, and then the next thought will come until you're finished with the command. So let's get started with what we'll be doing, and I'm going to turn this around so that you can look over my shoulder and we could hopefully see it in normal instead of backwards. So give me a moment and I'll turn you right around. Okay, thanks. I'm back again, and here once again this is my -10 to +10 chart. Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to do an example with vitamins. What I'll try to do is find out which brand of vitamins would be best for me. So I want vitamin C. I don't know if you could see that too well. It's vitamin C. Okay, vitamin C is what I want. Now I'm going to list all the brands that I have in front of me. Right now I have Now Vitamins. I buy Sundown. Nature Made. And then I have Alive. I'm not sure that Alive makes vitamin C, but I'm guessing since they make vitamins, they do make it. 21st Century. Spring Valley. Okay. And I have Swanson. Okay, those are all the ones that I have in my cupboard. I buy from other places too, but different brands. But we'll go with this for right now. Okay, what I want to know is which of these brands of vitamin C will be best for me overall. Now here's the fun part. I'm going to list what it is that makes vitamin C important for you. Affordable. And if you want, you keep a number in mind, whatever you can, feel that you could afford for this. So I would like it to be affordable, effective for my body to use, about the least amount of additives, what else do I find important in vitamin C? That it's affordable, it's effective for my body to use, the least amount of additives. I guess that's gonna be it for right now. So this will kind of be look like a complicated request. On a scale of -10 to +10, with minus 10 being the most unhealthy and plus 10 being the most healthy, with the least amount of additives and is within an affordable price range for me, and is optimal for health within my body, which brand of vitamins would qualify which brand of vitamins would qualify, which brand of vitamins instead of qualify, I'm going to take qualify out, would meet all of these requirements. All right. On a scale minus 10 to plus 10, with minus 10 being the most unhealthy and plus 10 being the most healthy, with the least amount of additives, and is within an affordable price range for me and is optimal for health within my body, which brand of vitamins would meet all of these requirements? All right, so that's my request for right here. Now I've got my minus 10 plus 10 scale, and I've got my vitamin C list. Oops, I can't see them all. Okay, let's go one at a time. Oops. My goodness, I'm having a trouble time here. There, that would work. I think we're gonna kind of look at it sideways. All right, now I have my my new pendulum here. Yes, I'm liking this thing. So I just let mine go across the vitamin C, and then up and back. And then I would, once I get an affirmative that it's kind of connected to this vitamin C, on a scale of minus 10 to plus 10, with minus 10 being the most unhealthy and plus 10 being the most healthy with the least amount of additives, and is within an affordable price range for me, and is optimal for health within my body, which brand of vitamins would meet all of these requirements? Okay, it's got it. It's going back and forth. Alrighty. Now brand. On the scale of minus 10 to plus 10, which would meet all these requirements for me? That is a +3. Okay. So I write that down. Now the Sundown brand, please. The Sundown brand. It's coming up as a 2. Alrighty. So it's a +2. The Nature Made brand. That's a +1. Fix this a little bit. The Alive brand. That's a +2. '21st Century brand. Oops, there we go. Gotta fix that one of these days. It's gonna have a different string on there. The 21st Century brand. Okay, that's a +5, which really surprises me because that's not a very expensive brand. Wow. Okay. The Spring Valley brand. Spring Valley. +4. And the Swanson brand. Swanson. +3. Now, with these numbers, my requirement would be to be 7 or 8 and above, a +7, +8 or above. So for me, none of these would really be very good. Now, there's a few more brands I can put out there. Let me see if I can think of them real quick. Puritan's Pride is one. GNC is another. Okay, I had to go cheat because I couldn't think of any more after the GNC, so I went and I got my husband's cell phone. California Gold is another brand. Solaray. I have now written down there. 21st Century written down. Natural Factors. With the way things are going, I want to get a good brand of vitamin C for us here. Solgar. Another one. Let's see. Thorne Research. Okay. Well, then we have Dr. Mercola. So this is how you would do that. You just do all your due diligence here and look things up. Don't discount anything. Sometimes the cheapest vitamins will be the best for you, but you want to be able to find it. Garden of Life. These are all higher brands here on this side. I don't know about that one. Never heard of that one, so I'm not going to play with it. Jarrow, there's another one. All right, I'm going to put the cell phone aside, get back to dowsing my numbers here. Okay, for Puritan's Pride, with -10 being the most unhealthy and +10 being the most healthy, which brand of vitamin C would meet all of my requirements, please? So I'm looking at Puritan's Pride. What is the level of the Puritan's Pride? That's a +2. Alrighty. So that's another one that's out. The GNC brand. GNC. Oh my goodness. It's not even going to register. Alrighty. So I got nothing on that one. California Gold. Wow, nothing on that one. I mean, if it's not good for you, it's going to tell you if it's not good for you. Those two must not be good. It must have enough additives and things. Solar Ray. Solar Ray is a +3. +3. Natural Factors, please. Natural Factors. Natural Factors. Another 0. Solgar. 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 What is for -10 to +10? How does this one rank? Wow. Okay, that's a +8. That one surprised me. That's meeting all of my requirements. Thorne Research. Thorne Research. Okay, it's a 0. Dr. Mercola. That's a 0. Garden of Life. That's a 0. And Jarrow. Wow, that's a +10. Wow, that one really surprises me. Okay, well, I've got 2. I've got Solgar and I've got the Jarrow. Okay, I know Solgar and Jarrow are both affordable for me. And I know, because I bought them both before, that they have the least amount of additives. And so I'm guessing they're the most effective for my body as well. So let's just ask those questions. Is the Solgar affordable for me? Is it most effective for my body? Yes. On both of those. And what's that third one? The least amount of additives. That meets all the qualifications. Just for fun, let's check Thorne Research. Just ask the questions, even though I'm not going to even consider that one. Is Thorne Research affordable for me? No, I know it's not, because they are very, very expensive. Effective for my body? Yes, it's effective for my body. Does this have the least amount of additives? No, thank you. Dr. Mercola. Is it affordable for me? No. Is it effective for my body? Yes. Does it have the least amount of additives? No. Garden of Life. Is it affordable for me? No. Is it effective for my body? Yes. Does it have the least amount of additives? Yes. Okay, that's interesting. That's an expensive brand as well. Jarrow. Is it affordable for me? Yes. Is it effective for my body? Yes. Does it have the least amount of additives? Yes. Okay, so I have Solgar here. I have Jarrow. Either one of these would fit my qualifications. I would probably take the Jarrow. In fact, I believe I will take the Jarrow, because I'm more familiar with that one anyways. And plus, it can come with a +10. So for these qualifications here, I know this is the one that I want. That's how you would do that. Alrighty. So that will give you something interesting to try here. And, or you could, you know, change this on a scale -10 to +10, with -10 being the most unhealthy, and +10 being the most healthy. Then you can write, you can leave out some of these. Which brand of vitamin C would be optimal for my body? So I can just leave that in there. And then from there, we can get probably get a whole new range of scale on this vitamin C. All right, let's just try that. Now, I know I want to buy the Jarrow because it fits all of my requirements here. But just to see which one is most optimal for my body, and I'm not including price, and I'm not including least amount of additives. The Now brand, with -10 being the most unhealthy and +10 being the most healthy, which brand of vitamin would be optimal for my body? So Now brand, how does that rank for most optimal? It doesn't. The Sundown brand, it doesn't. The Nature Made brand, it doesn't. Alive brand, it doesn't. 21st Century, it would not be optimal. Spring Valley, either that one. Swanson, no. Puritan's Pride, no. GNC, no. California Gold, nope. Solar Ray, nope. Natural Factors, nope. Solgar, no. Solgar is actually going to be what? I need a solid answer, please. Solgar, how does that rank for optimal for my body? 9. Wow. +9 for optimal. Alrighty. Thorne Research. I might need to swap this out until I get that changed. But I really like this. Thorne Research. It's not. Dr. Mercola. It's a +10 for being optimal in my body. But I know that is not a cheap brand. Oops. I do have to change this out. Alrighty. Gotta get this one here. Okay, for my vitamin C. -10 being the worst, or the most unhealthy, and +10 being the most healthy. Which brand of vitamin C will be optimal for my body? So we've already done Dr. Mercola. Garden of Life, how does that one rate? That's a +8. Now remember, this is without price, you know, not sparing any price, and not worrying about the additives. And Jarrow. +5. +5. Okay, now that I I decided on Jarrow. If Jarrow is on, it meets all of my requirements, but it's only a +5 to be optimal for my body. What do you think I should do? The Solgar is above a 7 to meet all my requirements, but it's most optimal for my body. I think I changed my mind to Solgar. Wow. Sometimes asking a couple of different questions in different ways, you get a better insight onto things. So I was going to let my mind tell me, because Jarrow was a +10 and it met all 3 of my requirements of affordability, effective for my body, and least amount of additives. I was going to let my mind tell me about this. But when I asked the dowsing how optimal it will be for my body, now that's really important to me, is how optimal it is to my body. Is it going to make my body work better? You can put that any way that you feel that would get you the answers that you need. But the Solgar, being a +8, it meets all 3 of my requirements, but it's most optimal for my body. Dr. Mercola, price-wise, I know that is, I've priced it before, and I know it is very, very, very expensive for me. So I cannot afford to buy that vitamin. Wow. Insight. Yes, this is why I love dowsing. All right, so now let's try one more thing here. We're going to make our request, but we're going to find out how good our request is. How is that? This is one thing I really, really love to do. On a scale of -10 to +10, with -10 being the most unhealthy and +10 being the most healthy. We'll just use a short one here. Which brand of vitamin C would be optimal for my body? Okay. Now this is what I would do whenever I work on somebody else, and I'm going to make a request. I take my -10 and +10 chart here, of course. That's what I'm working with today. And I want to know how effective this request would be. Now, like I said, it's more important for me to do this for somebody else rather than myself. But I do it for myself. So this is a kind of a good practice to get into. How does this whole request rate, with -10 being the worst it could rate and +10 being the most effective request? How does this rate? Ooh, 4. It's a +4. Okay, that's how this whole sentence would work out. Okay, now this is what I do. There's going to be something in here that is wrong, that needs to be changed or added to or subtracted from, right? And I'm going to find out what word it is. Words have energy, and the energy of a word could bring this request down to being very, as you could see, very low. I want this to be a plus 10. I want this to be the best request it could be for somebody else. Okay. So on, is that word need to be removed or replaced? No. A, no. Scale, no. Of, minus 10 to plus 10, with minus 10 being the most unhealthy. So far, those all need to stay there. And plus 10 being the most healthy. Which brand of vitamin C, okay, that's going to have to be either removed or replaced, would be optimal for, that one has to go, something's wrong with this word, for my body. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Which brand of vitamin C? Okay, something is wrong with the word vitamin. Okay, vitamin would, if I used supplement, shall I use supplement? Okay, take that out. Supplement. I wonder why it wants me to use supplement instead of vitamin. Would, okay, let's start again. On, which one of these words needs to be removed or replaced, please? On, no, a scale of minus 10 to plus 10, with minus 10 being the most unhealthy and plus 10 being the most healthy. Which brand of supplement C would be optimal for, okay, for my body? Alrighty, how about the word within? Would be optimal within. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's try again. On a scale of minus 10 to plus 10, with minus 10 being the most unhealthy and plus 10 being the most healthy, which brand of supplement C would be optimal within my body? Alrighty, so all of those seem to be in place. Let's see. What is the level of this request, please? With minus 10 being the least effective of a request and plus 10 being the most effective of a request, how does this request rate? Okay, it still rates as a +4. Okay, so now that tells me this isn't all that good at all. Okay, I'm going to keep on a scale of minus 10 to plus 10, with minus 10 being the most unhealthy and plus 10 being the most healthy. I want to keep that because that is my qualifying for my scale here. I need to keep that. And those all turned out to be okay. So I have to get rid of all of this. And I have to reword it. Alrighty, let's see. That's healthy. So I know that, let's see, which brand something's not right here. Which brand? You're going to get this in real time. My brain is thinking, which brand of supplement? Let's try this. C would create health within my body. Okay, let's see. On a scale of -10, we're looking to see, once again, we're looking to see which of these words needs to be removed or replaced. In order to increase that, on a scale of -10 to +10, it's all no, those stay in, with -10 being the most unhealthy and +10 being the most healthy, which brand of supplement C would create health within my body? Okay, those all seem to be able to sit there. And now what is the level of this request, please? What is the level of this request? It's gone up a bit. So it's +6 now. Alrighty, no, I have to get that to a 10. I want it to be a 10. Okay, which brand of supplement C would create health within my body? Would create health within my body. Would let's try this one. Would be best used, within my body. Okay, so I know these are all okay up here, okay? Which brand of supplement C would be best within, or best, okay, best used within my body? Okay, those all seem to be okay there. Well, let's see what the level is of this request, please. Alrighty, there I go. So now it is +10. See, this stuff isn't really easy. That's why you need to be able to stick with it. You need to have a little bit of gumption, a little bit of drive to really want to do good for other people and yourself. Okay, so I got on a scale -10 to +10, with -10 being the most unhealthy and +10 being the most healthy, which brand of supplement C would be best used within my body? And That is still a 10 even whenever I say it. Alrighty. This is good. This is very good. Okay, let's just use this request and see how the Solgar and the Jarrow stack up to this request. It might have a little bit of a different nuance because the words are changed. Okay, on a scale of -10 to +10, with -10 being the most unhealthy and +10 being the most healthy, which brand of supplement C would be best used within my body? We're going to go between Solgar and let's see. How does that one rate? 5. And how does Jarrow rate? 8. +5 +8. Okay, so, wow. There we go, blowing me out of the water again by using a good request. I get something different now, don't I? Oh, I didn't even check. Oh, did I check that? Oh. Yes, I did, right there. And that came up as a +4. So I asked a low scale question, and when asking a higher scale question, I get another totally different answer between these two. Okay. And I'm guessing my first request is going to make Jarrow my choice. All right, so I am crossing off Solgar and I'm using Jarrow. I met all 3 of my requirements, and it will be best used within my body. Okay, if anybody ever tells you that words do not have power, you can tell them you watched somebody struggle with words on a request. Wow, now you guys have learned one of my high-tech secrets. That's how I check a request before I ask somebody, ask for somebody else. So if any of you out there had asked me about anything before, that is what I did to help you. One of the things, okay? So I will be buying some Jarrow vitamin C, and I will be happy with it because it is relatively inexpensive, but obviously it's going to be best used by my body and have the least amount of additives. So yes, I will be buying that one, and I need to buy some soon, like tomorrow. All right, so I hope you liked this video, and I hope to see you back again another day. So take care and live in peace.